Imagine becoming the King of England without speaking English, without ever wanting the crown, and without even understanding the people you rule. This is the strange and fascinating story of George I, the king who changed British history almost by accident. George I was born in 1660 in Hanover, a small German state. At the time, no one imagined he would ever sit on the British throne. He was not British, he was not popular, and he was far down the line of succession. But history had other plans. England had a serious problem: religion. After years of conflict, Parliament decided that the throne must stay Protestant at all costs. That single decision changed everything. When Queen Anne died in 1714, without any surviving children, the crown skipped over dozens of closer relatives simply because they were Catholic. Instead, it landed on George, a Protestant ruler from Hanover. Overnight, a German prince became the King of Great Britain. George I arrived in England at the age of 54, and from the very start, things felt awkward. He barely spoke English and preferred German customs, German advisors, and German food. He had little interest in British culture and even less interest in British politics. In fact, he spent as much time as possible back in Hanover, leaving England behind. But this distance had unexpected consequences, because George I did not want to rule directly. He relied heavily on ministers to govern in his place. Power slowly shifted away from the monarch and toward Parliament. This is when the role of the Prime Minister truly began to take shape. One man in particular, Robert Walpole, became the most powerful figure in Britain not because the king wanted it, but because the king didn't. George I's reign was not peaceful either. Supporters of the old royal line, known as Jacobites, tried to overthrow him and restore a different king. Rebellions broke out, but they failed. Despite being unpopular, foreign, and distant, George I managed to hold onto the throne. He ruled for 13 years, never truly winning the love of his people. When he died in 1727 while traveling to Hanover, many in Britain felt little emotion. Yet his impact was enormous. Without meaning to, George I helped transform Britain from a monarchy ruled by kings into a nation governed by Parliament. He may not have been a great king, a loved king, or even a very present king, but George I changed the course of British history forever. If you enjoyed this quick dive into history, don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Let me know which historical figure you want next, and subscribe for more history documentaries like this.